Hello everyone, welcome to Blockchain Technology Week 3. Today's concept is on FinTech and cryptocurrencies, and in this video we are going to see about FinTech. Cryptocurrencies will be covered in another video. So let's start about FinTech. Before going to FinTech, I have given the video links of my previous lectures on the introduction to blockchain week 1 and blockchain terminologies of week 2 in the description down below. So let's get started about what is FinTech. So FinTech, it is like an overlap of technology and finance. It's where finance meets with technology. It makes financial transactions and financial process makes very much easier. So let's see about the definition of FinTech. FinTech stands for financial technology. It is the new technology and innovation that aims to compete with traditional financial methods in the delivery of financial services. We have our own traditional financial methods of transferring money from one place to another or to various parties. So this financial technology will ease this process of traditional financial methods. So FinTech is a new industry that uses technology to improve activities in finance. The use of smartphones for mobile banking, investment services, and cryptocurrencies are examples of technologies aiming to make financial services more accessible to the general public. So we all use smartphones and we use mobile banking. Just click on an app and we get transfer of all our financial services done. Financial technology companies consist of both startups and established financial and technological companies trying to replace or enhance the usage of financial services provided by existing financial companies. When we think about the financial companies which are supposed to give the financial technology to us, it is not necessary that it has to be a bank. We don't really need a bank to do this, or any startup or any private company who is willing to do some technological advancements in the transfer of money in a much easier way can do this with the help of FinTech. As I mentioned in the previous pointer, we use smartphones with mobile applications. This is a main pointer in FinTech, like using of mobile apps in transferring money or to do any financial transactions in a much easier way and to give more added services. So the trends of FinTech. What are the trends of FinTech? It will adapt to all the advanced technologies. What all the latest advancements in the technology, FinTech has to go and adhere with it. And the traditional financial institutions, they have to do a transformation through FinTech to move from their traditional financial system or a traditional banking system to go on with an very advanced system. It is to establish a fintech ecosystem is the trend nowadays. Import and export of transportations. Transformation. The transformation is done for import and export of financial transactions. The rise of artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is most booming technology. With the help of artificial intelligence, finance got a lot of technology, and with that technology it is making our lives much easier. The ambiguous future of non-technological innovations, the importance of customer education. It educates your customer on how to adapt to the new technology and establishing an effective and regulatory regime, a comprehensive approach to financial risk management. It uses FinTech to address the systemic risk. So normally when we use the traditional financial systems. It doesn't use much technology to mitigate with the risk or to manage any kind of shortcomings. So this fintech uses AI techniques and so many other technological innovations to address the risks and to manage the system in a more efficient way. So when we think about fintech, it has these three avenues. It is like an fintech in a nutshell. You have artificial intelligence, open banking, and blockchain. So these are all the possibilities where we can explore fintech much in detail. So first we see about open banking. We have to see the difference between closed banking and an open banking. This picture shown here gives a difference between closed banking and open banking. In closed banking, it is a traditional way of banking where the customers through some proprietary apps use an application program interface, connect to the bank to do any transfer. It is just like the yesteryear's internet banking or like phone banking or whatever it is. So it is not accessible by anyone or any trusted person outside the bank. So it's a business between you and the bank, and there is no other interoperability between you or any other aspects. But when it comes to open banking, you have financial collaborations and other banks' APIs, cross-industry partnership, payment network, lending or credit platform, payment service, account service. So all these are from different service providers, and you through this open banking system has access to all these services, and it is like a one-stop service for everything. So this picture shows the basic architecture of open banking. So what is open banking? It is an ecosystem that provides a user with a network of financial institutions data through the use of application programming interface or APIs. The financial institutions or the fintech firms, software developers, and transaction platforms are the ones who make this open banking. And what this banking will do data access to third parties in real time, and it will do this transfer information with appropriate consent framework, and it has a lot of objectives with increasing the transparency, accessibility to the customers, increasing innovation, third parties to build financial applications. So all these objectives are like different kind of features which is provided to many of the customers and the service providers, and it will push the regulations and to give banking as a service as an objective, and it gives personalized services based on intelligent information, and thereby it forms a strong foundation for finance 4.0. So finance 4.0 is the latest mode of transformation for financial sector to develop and to address its issues in a much effective way. So this is the basic architecture of open banking. We saw about the definition and who and what and how is open banking and what are the objectives of open banking and the drivers of how it gives on the banking as a service and the personalized service and the formation of foundation for finance 4.0. So the benefits of open banking: the bank proprietary platform will have access to the merchant, and the fintech platform will have access to the customers, and these are all connected to the public and open APIs. The bank IT system will have access fees, and to increase the sale conversion of core product as API, revenue sharing with fintechs, partner with alternate financiers. So this collaboration makes it easier for a bank proprietary platform connecting a merchant to a financial or a fintech platform or any other third-party app which can use this API of the merchant, and the bank can do a financial transaction. So we have a regulatory landscape. So before going into the regulatory landscape, we have this global blockchain based fintech. There are many fintech applications which has the base of blockchain. So let's see what are the countries which are allowing blockchain based fintech collaborations. US and Canada as usual, and then Europe. 23 European countries have established European blockchain partnership, and especially among these 23 countries, Switzerland is much special. It accepts digital currencies in payment of city fees. It has added Bitcoin as its mean of paying small payments, even up to Swiss franc 200. So in Switzerland, there is a possibility for you to make payments in bitcoins, and you can use blockchain based fintech platforms in a much efficient way than any other country. So then coming to Asia, you have China as one of the banks is implementing a production of blockchain system to provide syndicated lending payment capacities. And then we have Japan, which has announced a blockchain-based data sharing platform for trade industry, and South Korea has announced some investment on blockchain initiatives by 2022, and Australia has a stock exchange which is implemented using blockchain-based solution. So the regulatory landscape. So the countries where we have regulations for this blockchain-based fintech, countries like Estonia, Switzerland, Malta, US. In US, they are having in certain states, California, Vermont, Arizona, Maine, Nevada, Hawaii, Illinois, and North Dakota. So when you see these countries, Estonia is one special country where they give like e-citizenship to people, and they do everything online. And Switzerland, as I mentioned in the previous slide, that it has a lot of possibilities to make use of blockchain and Bitcoin based payment systems. So there are some countries who are considering the regulations for blockchains, that are Netherlands, Canada, Bermuda, India, and South Korea. In India, so many places people were doing Bitcoin mining, and now the government has some regulations that the people cannot do transactions in Bitcoin, but still the government is thinking on usage of blockchain for making the financial transactions much secure. Still the regulations are underway, it is not yet confirmed. So a bigger appetite for fintech within a span of 5 years. We saw a little about $2 billion in the year 2013 for the investment for blockchain and artificial intelligence based applications, but in the year 2018 it has crossed over 4 billion US dollars. So it is like an exponential growth within a span of 5 years, and it is expected to grow more and more. Why do we need fintech? It is a cashless economy or a digital economy. We can stop using, or we can reduce the usage of fiat money or the hard money which we use, like the paper based currencies. It can be used for micro payments. In some places we have some commodities to pay in, like micro level payment, like sometimes we need to pay like $1.25 or like 27 cents or whatever it is. So if we have fiat money, we may ignore the value of the smaller denomination of money, and we just pay a higher amount. But when we use this fintech based transactions, these micropayments are possible, and it makes us easy to carry, and it is easy to transfer. So this is why we need fintech to leverage financial technology to the next level. So that's all about fintech and its qualities. Now we have to see about who is fintech and who are all actually available providing this kind of financial technologies. We all are famously known to uh, iPay or the Apple Pay, which is well known to everyone. And people in India will know about Paytm, M-Pesa, and Alipay is used worldwide. It is a product of Alibaba. And then we have Prompt Pay in Thailand, and we have True Money Wallet. So these are the e-wallets where we can store our money and make the payments easier to do with many of the fintech applications, and make the transactions swifter and easier. So the advantages of fintech: it will boost the micro economy. We don't need to think about the bigger corporates doing a huge business, but we need to think about the smaller vendors who needs to boost up their economy. They can use this fintech. So using this, they can boost their economy. There is no minimum limit for the transaction amount. You can do as little as any transaction. It is negligible or no transaction charges available for fintech transactions, and it is faster than any other payments, and it is easier to transfer. It requires less expertise to learn the process, and it is paperless, as it is using a mobile app which does all the things. So it has various advantages. So it is faster than any other payments, and it is easier to use. So fintech in the current era is having an upper hand in the financial transactions and managing the economy of the people. So that's all about fintech. In the next video, we will see about cryptocurrencies. Thank you.